Hello. God, we're well into December, aren't we? So everybody's saying the C word. Not that one. I throw that around all year like confetti. No, it's 9 little letters that cause people anxiety. And palpitations and sleepless nights. Those 9 little letters when you think of cranberries, crackers and carols and spending time with your family. Those 9 little letters that make you feel really, really uptight. Courtroom. Because let's be honest, it's only the threat of ending up in one that stops you acting on the voices in your head when you get together with your family at Christmas. And we've all got that one relative who we don't wish any harm on, but we wouldn't try too hard to get the day off for the funeral. Annual leave's precious. I've got stuff I want to do. I've got a nail appointment. So it's important. You don't want to take time off. And so if you want to know, if you've got somebody in your family who's on the cusp, you're not quite sure if they're that person that you really, really want to spend your emotional bandwidth on, I've got a test for you. I've got a test to help you decide if somebody's worth spending your emotions on. And that test is called the kidney test. Now, imagine the scene. You've had your tea, you're sitting down, and the landline rings. I know nobody has landlines anymore, but for the purposes of this bit, they do. So the landline rings, and only psychopaths ring the landline. We all know that, right? So you get into the stare-off with your partner to see who's going to go and answer it, and you lose. So you go and answer the phone, and it's the hospital. And you know that this relative, this less than optimal relative, has been ill for some time. So you think, well, I might as well go over and say my goodbyes. I mean, I'm not going to the funeral. So you head over there, and you're met by a doctor, really eager doctor, who says to you, they could be on the kidney donor list for months or even years. So we've been testing your whole family to see if anybody's eligible to be a live donor. And you are the last one. Everybody else has struck out. Help us, last remaining relative. You're our only hope. So you think, well, everybody else has struck out. What are the chances of me being a positive? It's fairly low. So you take the test. I mean, chances are you won't be a match, and it'll be brownie points with your nan when she comes to write the will. So you have the test, and you're waiting for the results. And the day you go and get the results, the doctor comes walking towards you down the corridor, and you think, this is it. I can get up, I can go. You're feeling blasé about it. Doctor's got tears in their eyes as they reach you. They burst into the most joyous smile and go, you're the perfect match. And just like that, you're in a weird game show. Welcome to the Kidney Maze. Contestants, you have made it through the medical zone. You have 2 kidneys to take forward to the kidney dome. You can use one of those kidneys to release your teammate who is left locked in the room, or you can take the 2 with no judgment. So you look at your teammates. They are jubilant that they don't have to make the decision. It's all down to you. But telepathically, you have all connected and agreed that this person is about as much use as an internal investigation at the Met. They're about as much use as a DBS check in the church. And they're about as much use as tits on a fish. So you decide, do you know what? They're going to be on the list. It's not my responsibility. We're going through to the kidney dome, and there's no judgment. Now, I'm as compassionate as the next person, and I would genuinely consider giving my kidney to most people I know, but there's just that one other person my mum gave birth to. Now, I've reached a relationship milestone in my life this year. This year we celebrated 30 years of marriage. Don't cheer. What that shows is chronic laziness and a depressing lack of imagination. And you would not cheer anybody who said they just celebrated 30 years drug addiction. Mainly because they'd be dead on the outside as well. But we've actually been together a lot longer than 30 years. We got together when we were 16. Actually, he was 15. But if I say that standing up here looking like this, I look like Cheryl Cole. In fact, he often says he wishes I looked like Cheryl Cole. But actually, getting together so young means I skipped all the gateway bad boyfriends. So it's a bit like skipping straight to meth without so much as an edible. And much like being a drug addict, marriage is much like being a drug addict anyway. Sometimes it just makes life easier. It's harder to ditch than to stay. But unlike getting a divorce, ditching the drugs can actually save you money. No, where'd I go? Yeah, we do actually have a strong marriage though. And was like 33 years married. Sorry, 33. You can sort him out later, can't you? You deal with him later. You teach him to add up. I mean, 31's a prime, 33's not. So, one of the main reasons you stay together, and one of the main reasons it's a success, is communication, finding ways to communicate that are subtle and that you can work through together and understand each other. And I think my husband has hit on something that might make him a matrimonial messiah. It's a 3-word phrase, just 3 little words that he uses in that most incendiary of times that you're probably all very, very nervous of. 3 little words, they're absolutely genius. So, gentlemen particularly in this room, when your partner says to you, "Do you like my outfit?" How do you feel? It's a bit scary, isn't it? You kind of, everything shrinks back up inside, you don't know what to do. Well, he's come up with a phrase that I think you can use. You're welcome to use it. So I go in and I say, "What do you think of my outfit?" And he goes, "It's very you." What the fuck? What does that mean? First time he said it, I was like, what the fuck? I mean, I freely admit I live somewhere in the field on the left. And often my clothing choices can reflect that. I chose to take that as a compliment, because if it's a compliment, we both win. And if he meant it sarcastically, that means he gets to spend the night out with somebody who looks like a weirdo, and he can't complain about it. But that little 3-word phrase can mean very different things depending on the tone you use. And I'm going to ask 3 people in the audience just to say to me, "Do you like my outfit?" Okay, and I will demonstrate just how different that can sound. So, sir, would you like to ask the question?
Would I like to ask the question?
Ask the question, do you like my outfit?
Do you like my outfit?
Oh, it's very you! Grace, ask me the question.
Do you like my outfit?
Oh, it's very you. One more person. Sir, ask me the question.
Do you like my outfit?
It's very you. So I think we can agree, not just a matrimonial messiah, my husband is in fact a linguistic Loki. So with the whole Christmas thing coming up and my 30 years of marriage, I've been reflecting on people you surround yourself with. And the world is full of chaos and division and hate. So I think those 2 things together go to prove that it's important that you surround yourself only with people you're prepared to share a body part with. Thank you.